Hey, hi, how are you doing? Hi, hello, Dave. Dave Bot. Your art is amazing. Thanks, man. I just started, I haven't finished it. Have you ever started a sketch that it looked so good, but it ended up very bad? You should be an artist. Huh. Thanks, man. Yeah, sometimes I hope so. But, becoming an artist is very difficult to make a living, right? Because most people would rather purchase a Da Vinci, a Picasso, or Andy Warhol rather than to support a living artist. Yo, thanks, Raf. So some people would just purchase from dead artists rather than support living artists. And I don't know where all this their money goes to. Goes to their families or the agencies. It's hard to say, man. But thank you for the encouragement. Yes, I'll work hard on that. Sure, I won't, man. I won't. I won't. I'll only do good stuff. All right. Sure, man. Thank you. Go and work hard on that. All right. Keep working hard on it. I think with the kind of encouragement that you're giving me today, I would definitely keep working at it. Sometimes it's hard, and I just want to give up. This honestly, this YouTube thing is not picking up. The views are not reaching how I wanted to reach. I think most of my views are just hit like what? I never got anything more than like 50 likes on a short. I don't know. And I post like consistently for more than 6 months. Like every day I post like 3 shorts. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If you guys have any idea on how to make it work, you can let me know. So here under his eyes here, I'm just gonna make it a little more darker. So here is going to be a bit darker, then this area as well will be much more darker. So this side we're going to go darker. Here we'll make it a little darker, and also under his eyebrows we'll also make it darker, and also this part will make it darker. All right, so that's what we'll be working on now. If you have any question, feel free to send me a message in the chat. We can discuss it. Alright, and the pen I'm using an 08 of a pen liner. Right. So for the strokes, I'm not really thinking too much. I'm just following the same stroke pattern. Make sure that they all follow one direction. Alright. Keep that. That's the basic rule, right? You first set all in one direction. Then after we have that, before we could come in and make the furthest, because each of them would follow a different sort of structure or set, you know. So before we add in such elements, right, to emphasize on the furthest that they are in groups, you feel me? Right. So right. Alright, so we'd have this, then I'm gonna go underneath this eye here. I'm trying to add in the details on the corner of the eyes. Adding a little bit more of these fillers. Just random strokes that you're making, but these strokes are in patterns, right? You're just trying to mimic the feathers of the bird, right? this. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to mimic the feathers, but later on I'll come in and make these patterns like this, right? So I'm just making rough structure of the okay, so we'll have this like this, going some black out like this, so you see how the pattern is laid out. Yeah, so here I'm gonna add in a little bit information here. So I just take my fine liner. Make these areas a little bit more darker. Right, nice. I love it. And the eyebrow and the eye, the pupil should also be a little more darker. So right now I'm just gonna add in a little bit of shadows. Adding a lot more shadows in the right. Not a lot of shadows. Because right now all this what we have right now is just mid-tones. We just have mid-tones. So for mid-tones, we would not work anymore on those. We'll just try to add in a little bit more, what you call it, shadows, right? So with this, what we have so far, I think it's so far so good. Some areas need to be a bit darkened, like the lower parts here and this area as well. It needs to be darkened a little bit. So I will just grab my pen and add in a little bit more strokes here to emphasize on the dark areas here. So here, this areas will be a bit darker because the beak will produce in a little bit more shadows for this area. And also this area, the beak overlaps with this part. So definitely here as well would also be a bit more darker. So this part, we want to create the illusion of this one protruding and covering this part. So we'd want to shade this place a little bit more, right? And when we are shading it, we would shade according to these patterns. So these patterns here will be a bit darker. Here would also be darker. This place as well will be darker. And here would be much more darker, right? I hope you get the concept. So this areas will be a little much more darker here as well. We have this area will be darker like this. Very good. Exactly like this. And here as well be a little more darker. I feel like I'm running out of ink. I have to get another ink for my pen. Alright, so here, this area, this way, like that. Nice. And like this. Alright, so we have this part darkened. Beautiful. So yeah, so far so good. I'll keep adding a little bit of shadows in this area. I'm just gonna change my pen, grab a different size of a pen in order to do that. So here, this one, as you can see, this one is much more darker. Give me that thickness that I'm looking for. Alright, so with this we have this. Hey, hi Joe. Hi G, sorry. Hi G. How you doing? So we have this. So I'm just gonna go in and add in these shapes to give the feeling of the feathers, right? Just go like that, and like this, like this. All right. The one thing that you have to keep in mind is you don't don't overthink it. All right, don't overthink it. Just, it's pen drawing. If you make a mistake, it's just gonna form part of the art. All right, so don't overthink it. Just do it. Let it flow. Let it feel more sketchy, right? Because that's the whole vibe that we are looking for. We want to sketch, right? We don't want it to be so fine, you know. we just want to sketch. So that's the that's what we're going for. All right, so we'll come in again and we'll add a stroke here, and we'll add these left and right stroke patterns. You know what we're doing, right? To give it a feeling of a feather, right? So these details, you can decide not to do it. It doesn't take away from the art. However, if you take your time and you add these things in, it makes it feel much more convincing. I wouldn't say realistic. I would say convincing, right? Because it's a sketch, so it doesn't have to feel very realistic. However, we want it close to realistic, right? So that when people see it, they feel like, okay, that's pretty good. Thank you. Right? You see what I'm saying? So that's what we are aiming for. We don't want to do something so I just come here and we adding these little strokes here. Alright, so right now I'm just adding in a little bit of little details here and there to help it look outstanding, right? It stands out a little bit more, make it feel a lot more convincing. In this area of the face, you know, they have this structure there on the nose with different colors. I never know what exactly that is for. So far we have this, and what you guys think? I'm gonna add in a little bit of rough strokes. Nice. So it's looking a little bit like something we know. Ouch. So we're gonna work a little bit on the feathers. How many times did I say a little bit in the night, the last 5 minutes? So I'm just gonna come in here, add these strokes. So now you have the feathers, right? You have that feature. And because feathers is not always uniform, so I'll just add extra strokes and shade areas, some areas dark, right? But other than that, that's whoa. All right. So here, this is what we have so far. If you're still watching, kindly like, subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any question, kindly let me know. I'm gonna add a little bit of a stroke to this side, just to play with the lighting. the lightning here. Then this one comes here. Right, like that. So yeah, that's about it. Probably add a little bit of colors to the eyeballs. Right, but as of now, I'm satisfied with what I have so far. Right, like that. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Sign my name. Somebody told me that I should sign my name to every work I do, or else AI is gonna steal it. Anyways, that's about it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next stream. All right, peace out.